Welcome back to another episode of the Payoff Pitch. We are one of our last one on correct intro music. Getting the hang of it finally. My name's Dan with Gotham Gambling. I'm here with Fast Break Steve, Heels 0809 Kev, and soon the Don Corleone himself. We made it through another week, boys. How'd y'all feel this weekend was with the games?
Well, I didn't get to watch much. I just got caught up late Saturday night, Sunday. I was just laying in bed all day. But damn, how about those Padres, huh? 3 touchdowns.
How do you score 35 in 2 games and then get beaten 9-1? Like your two worst pitchers are pitching. You go 30. It's a run differential of 35-1. You put like one of your actual good pitchers in, and you lose 9-1. It's crazy. But yeah, speaking of the Rockies, I mean, Bud Black getting fired. You think they knew about that before the game?
It had to be the way it was announced, and the way after you win, you call it. Like they were clearly going to fire him after that series.
He had to tell them like, hey, this is my last game, or something, because there's that did not look like the same Rock. I mean, they're winning today too against Texas right now, 1-0 right now. But yeah, I mean, we saw Pirates take one from the Braves. We saw the Kev playing peekaboo again with us. Peekaboo, Kev. We saw the Cardinals, who have been hot, are currently beating the Phillies, and with a win today will be their 9th consecutive win. How are we feeling on the Cardinals? Because I feel like they're just a team they're like one bad stretch away from pulling the plug and starting a rebuild.
Yeah, I'm not sold. I know, like you said, they're hot right now, but I'm not sold on this team in general. Mainly their pitching. I mean, Gray's been pretty good, and Libertor's been pretty good, but outside of that, like Fetty's not going to hold up. Mikolas is up there in age. I don't trust their pitching enough to kind of sustain this through the season.
Yeah.
It's their home record that's keeping them up there, man.
Yeah. I mean, these pitchers are pitching out of the. Could you imagine beginning of the season we said Mikolas and Libertor would be sub 3 ERA pitchers in May? Like not like first week of the season, like through May. Like Don would have bullied us off like Nimsy.
I mean, 6 of those wins are against the Pirates and the Nationals, so it's not.
It's still hard to win 9 in a row in baseball. I mean, yeah,
for sure.
We got some interesting news out of Bob Nightingale this week, as he went over some possible mid-season scenarios we could deal with, including obviously Shohei will not step foot on the mound until post All-Star break. But more importantly, the Mets are currently beginning talks to get Lou Bob to the Mets. As Nats and Braves fans, how do we feel about that? Having to face that lineup every week or every couple of weeks.
I mean, it's already a tough lineup to deal with. So, I mean, yeah, it doesn't help any, but I don't know. It doesn't make me any worse, I guess. He's not even here and he's giving you shit. Like, I thought he was supposed to be on your side right now.
He's trying to pump me up. Give me up for the show.
He needs you to have more spark than that Red Sox defense today. That's what he needs. He needs you to have more enthusiasm than Tanner Houck on the mound.
Speaking of a hot team, the Tigers just aren't slowing down.
That's the thing. I looked at that game and I liked them to win, but I was like, ooh, this feels like might be like they're slowing down a little bit, like hitting a small little like lull or a bump. And then I saw Tanner Houck's like road ERA is like 8.7 this year. And I was like, yeah, here we go. They're going to smoke them. And then I saw it move to plus money, and I was trying to figure out who was betting on that to put the Tigers at plus money.
Everybody in Boston.
Don called all his bookies out in Boston. We also saw some great games out of a game that I think everyone thought was going to be very close between DeGrom and Jack Flaherty. Jack Flaherty got torched in this game, gave up 2 home runs in the first inning, gave up 4 home runs in 3 innings, including the first home run of the season to Jock Peterson. So maybe that's what he needed, was a meatball right down the middle of the plate. How are we feeling on the Rangers? Because they've kind of been interesting. I feel like their offense is there, but their pitching just feels off to me.
I mean, Kev complains about Jake Berger every damn week.
Till he gets 25 home runs.
Kev's speaking the way he hates on Berger.
Still not strong on the road. 8-13 on the road this season. They can fix that. They'll be going in the right direction.
I didn't say anything against the Colors. Yeah, shout out Don saying McCullers was going to get torched. I don't think any of us thought he was going to give up 10 in the first, but that was ugly. Yeah, so looking ahead, actually, I do got one. I don't have the audio. It will not upload for some reason, so I have to fix that. But I have a big back snack for you before Don gets on here and yells. So someone went through touring and did all the new foods at the Met Stadium. So they have a fried Oreo kebab. Fry it up, and then on the inside of it is powdered sugar, caramel, and chocolate sauce. How are we feeling on that? It's 6 Oreos on a kebab skewer.
I mean, I have a sweet tooth
man out here, man, but I'm just not a fan of fried Oreos.
Really?
Yeah.
After all the foods you said you eat on this show, fried Oreos is where you draw the line.
I'm just not a fan of them, man. It's just why mess up perfection already, man? The Oreo cookie is already a pinnacle. It's already there. If anything, it enhances things like ice cream in a baseball helmet. Fantastic.
Don's about to get blocked on YouTube.
Now, if the fried Oreos maybe came in a helmet, maybe I would be inclined to get it. It'd be worth it. What is it, like $9?
Yeah, it was $9 for 6 Oreos.
$9. You give me a baseball helmet, I'll snack on it. But I'm not gonna sit there and be eating fried Oreos. This is not the state fair.
That's fair. That's a good point there. You know what, Don? When you come on, we're just gonna do Big Bat Talk the whole time. So let's look ahead into some series that are starting next week. First series we have is going to be Minnesota versus Baltimore. Tomorrow we're gonna see Simeon Woods Richardson versus Povich. Wednesday is gonna have Kramer and Ober. Thursday is gonna be Paddock and Sugano. Steve, the Orioles are actually favored to win the series this weekend. Are you buying the hype? Their bats got a little hot this weekend. Are you buying in this week?
I think the first 5 is going to show us how this game is going to go because I think it's going to be a close game in the first 5. Whose bullpen do you trust more?
That's a fair point, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can win the series at home against the Twins. It's not like the Twins are outperforming people like crazy. And, I mean, all those pitching matchups are not something I'm interested in. But to Steve's point, I think it will come down to bullpen. And all those pitching matchups are pretty poor. The bats should be flying, so it'll be who can shut them down late in the game will come out on top.
I mean, yeah, Twins aren't great on the road. 6-14 on the road, but the Orioles aren't amazing at home. They're 8-9 at home, so they have a losing record at home. So it's hard for me to think that Baltimore is just going to run away with the series. I can't give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, and I think they're going to split the first 2. Ober on the mound definitely gives me a little bit more of an advantage, although Kramer has been pitching lights out over the last couple weeks, so I wouldn't count him out too much. But I think Minnesota's bullpen's far better right now than Baltimore. So I think even with Woods, Richardson, and Paddock pitching, if they can keep the score close, the bullpen should be able to take care of the rest. Trying to find the stat I pulled up. So who you gotta take a pick right now? Who's winning the series? Who you take?
I'll take the Orioles. I think they win two of the 3 games.
I'm gonna go Minnesota since that's where I'll be.
Even though they're playing in Baltimore this week, that would have been a perfect game. We could have got a live report.
They're god awful, both of them.
Cal, why the fuck did you pick this team?
But yeah, I'll go Minnesota this one. We can't go that far ahead and see who's in the rotation for starting, can we?
On Friday? Let me see. I might be able to find it.
Well, they're starting their series. They play tomorrow.
Yeah, and they're gonna play the Nats this weekend in Minnesota. Or wait, no, I'm lying. That's the wrong series. No, Twins are on the road this week. This whole week, so we won't be seeing a live report unless you drive down to Milwaukee.
No, we'll not be making that trip.
Yeah.
We'll not be making that trip.
To add to the point with the bullpens, since May 1st, Minnesota's bullpen 2.6 ERA with only a 3.14 on base percentage. Baltimore's 6.4 ERA with a 3.30 on base and a 600 slugging over the last 10 games. So I think the pitching matchup doesn't help, but if Woods Richardson can keep it close tomorrow, if Paddock can keep it close on Thursday, then I don't see any reason Minnesota couldn't sweep the series the way their bats are hitting.
I'm looking at Ballpark Pals ranking of bullpens, and Minnesota's got the number 1 ranked bullpen, whereas Orioles got the 26th. So I'm on my series. I'm going Minnesota, man.
I think I'm gonna double check this one stat. In the last 3 innings this season, Minnesota is hitting. Where are they at? They're hitting about 217, but Baltimore's ERA in the last 3 is almost a 9. So I think I'm going with them. Next series on the docket will be the Reds and the Sox. You know, the most exciting series here. They're already opening close to 200 tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to see Jonathan Cannon versus Andrew Abbott. On Thursday we're going to have Davis Martin and Lodolo, and I think Green is missing this week.
Yeah.
So we're going to see Bryce Wilson and Nick Martinez. Is there any reason the Reds don't 3-0 sweep this team?
I mean, maybe because they're the Reds. They'll find a way to blow something. But
I mean, Andrew Abbott's got some great matchups in that first game. Old Jonathan Cannon. Jonathan Cannon's actually looking all right, too. Going back to if it ain't broke, look at the here. Looking at this, I mean, White Sox are 28th. It's give me. They should probably go 3-0.
they should.
Yeah.
But
it's the Reds. You never know what they're going to do. You don't know if you're getting the Reds that put up 10 in the first inning, or if you're getting the Reds that will strike out every single at bat. I will say tomorrow I might look at like targeting the totals this weekend. We're gonna have a lot of wind, and based on the stadium play, it's going to be pushing in. So and we're going to see a lot of fly ball pitchers this weekend. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple like 3-2, 3-1 games, even like some 5-0s maybe. But I think each game's probably going to have a total around 9, just because the Reds are coming off putting up like 18 runs. And
I mean, the White Sox have only won 3 games on the road all season.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the Reds aren't amazing at home, but
I mean, Abbott and Lodolo should handle business in the first 2 games. It's just will Martinez give up some scoring?
So the main reason I'm looking at it this way, the last time the Reds had any kind of explosive outburst, they've scored 10 or more runs 3 times this season. Actually 3 times this season. All 3 times, the following 3 games, they did not score more than 3 runs, except once against Miami. They scored 14 against Texas and then lost 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 3-2 the next 4 games. 1-11-7 versus Milwaukee. Only scored 2 runs, and 1 run the next 3 games. So I wouldn't put it – they tend to like – get it all out and then kind of slow down and recharge. So I wouldn't put it past an under here. You're right. It's literally just the White Sox pitching. It's, you know, we could see the guys that are trying to compete for an actual, to be traded to an actual team, or we could see the guys who you put in when you're playing MLB The Show and you're trying to torch a team. So I think we're all Reds to win the series there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and the next one we got here, the first game played out today. I believe it's still going on as my Braves are about to choke or just choke to fucking to the Nats. It started today, but I wanted to bring it up because we have a lot of good pitching matchups this week in this game. We had Sanchez versus Liberatore today. We have Sonny Gray versus Luzardo tomorrow. And we're going to have Nola versus Fetty to end the series. Philly lost the first game. Kev, do you think they could bounce back and win 2 straight?
I mean, I certainly can, but I actually like Gray's matchup tomorrow. So I think the Cardinals could pull out another one. But the Luzardo's been pitching well, and I'll take the Phillies bats over the Cardinals any day. It's just a question of will they make contact?
It's a get right game for Philly. That's a dropped in at the first one, man.
Yeah, I like Gray's matchup, though.
Yeah, and I feel like the win streak's got to end at some point, and when teams win this many games in a row, we usually see them kind of struggle, or at least till the end of the series. So, yeah, Fetty versus Nola, they should win that one. I think if they really want to win the series, they're gonna have to win tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's the bullpen. It's gonna come down to the bullpen. Philly's bullpen has been back and forth. Seattle or St. Louis, same way. They're ranked almost in similar spots on Ballpark Pal. So I feel like with Philly, a lot of their games this year, it's just come down to can someone get a good barrel on the bat late in the game and like send one out, and then that switches the whole game up. So they're but great. He didn't do well in his last start, right? That was the Pittsburgh one.
I think you're right. I mean, again, he's got 163 plate appearances against that lineup and strikeout rate of 28%, walk rate of only 9, average of only 238, and slugging of only 290.
Yeah, only 3 players hitting above 300 against him. Trey Turner's hitting 381. Bohm's hitting 455. Yeah, I don't see any reason why he doesn't torch through that lineup. So I might go first 5 under there tomorrow. I think you can get it. Probably get it like 3.5 tomorrow.
What's the line? It's total full game is 7.5.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, because Luzardo's been pitching lights out too. So
No, it's actually you can get 4 right now at -15. So that's
Yeah, I might want to take that one. I mean,
I don't mind taking a little juice. Looking at the park tomorrow too, it's looking like pretty good for fly ball pitchers. So yeah, I'm really big on them in this game for that. So to me, this has got to be a must win for Philly. You can't lose 2 in a row at home. Oh shit! Don't tell Don. Knicks are winning.
yep.
What just happened in the third? Oh, that's what happened. Jesus Christ.
is Boston back to missing all their shots?
No, Tatum or Brunson scored like 16 in the third. They're gonna if they somehow make it out, they're gonna be so exhausted. They're at a 7-man rotation right now.
Aren't they used to it by now?
You would think.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, you got the Pacers running full speed for 48 minutes, torching them.
Again.
I'm tired of it, man. Toronto Tampa kicks off tomorrow. We're going to see Barrios is listed for on the mound.
Yep.
I don't see a starter for Tampa.
Yeah, that's what I was.
For tomorrow, I see showing Bass.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it Baz, but if it's not listed, we might see a bullpen game from them because Kevin Cash is weird. Toronto is favored tomorrow at home. Are we buying that? I feel like, or is it just because of Barrios?
It's probably because of Barrios, and I mean, even if it's Baz or if it's bullpen, he's got the better matchup there. I mean, and also the Rays they've been decent on the road. I think they're 7-5, but overall they're not quite as good as the Blue Jays, in my opinion.
Yeah, in the next 2 games, we're going to see Pepiot and Littell versus Bassett and Gossman.
Well, that should be some pretty good matchups.
I mean, do you worry about Pepe out with that fastball against this Blue Jays team. Because he seems to me, he only seems to, it works for him when he's against high strikeout teams, and the Blue Jays do not strike out.
Right.
Steve, what do you got on this game?
Looking at this, man, I don't know, man. I mean, wait? You saw Toronto favored?
Toronto favored at minus 126 right now.
If it's a bullpen game, definitely give me Toronto first 5.
Yeah, this is just these are 2 teams I banned last year, so it's like it makes me not want to bet it. Like I think I almost didn't bet the entire AL East because everyone was either juiced or were terrible.
I mean, yeah, I'm not excited about this game. We can move on, man.
This is like one of those like you turn on the TV and you're just like, oh, I forgot these teams.
Yeah, you can. I mean, right now, looking where Blue Jays are 20-20, 11-8 at home. Rays 7-5 on the road. I haven't played a lot of games on the road. Yeah, I don't think you're getting a barn burner or anything, man. You could just probably skip this game.
So and then the big we probably don't have much on this series. It started today. Mets Pirates. Senga on the mound versus Keller. Mets are already at minus 240 straight up. But what I'm looking at more importantly is this weekend will be this year's first edition of the Subway Series. We're going to see most likely Meagle, Peterson, and I believe Griffin Canning because Holmes is pitching the last game in the Pirates series versus, if I remember, it's going to be Rodon, Fried, and it might be Will Warren. No, it might be Will Warren. These are 2 of the hottest teams in baseball right now. Who takes the Subway Series this weekend?
Who's the home team?
It's going to be in the Bronx.
Yeah, I'll go with home team taking the series. Give me the Yankees.
Kev had such a hot take, he had to back out for a minute to cool down. What you got?
Yeah. I mean, I like the Yankees in that pitching matchup. Is it at home for the Mets or are they in?
No, it's in Yankee Stadium.
Okay. Soto return.
We're just missing Clay Holmes.
I don't think his return is really gonna matter that much. It wasn't like he.
Yeah, well, I just meant the fan. New York, New York fans, they're gonna boo the shit out of him.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
I mean, how much will that motivate him? I guess is what I was thinking.
He'll get to go home and lay in that.
Will he hit
the thing is this. Like the thing is this, especially with like the way Soto plays and Yankees fans. Soto could go 0 for 4, but have 4 really good at bats, and it'd just be like, oh, he hit a 110-mile-an-hour line drive to the third baseman 4 times. And they're going to be like, this is why we didn't pay you. This is why you're a choke artist. You're robbing them blind. Like, they weren't begging him to stay. And the only reason he didn't stay is because the owner was being mean to his driver. Like, I'm so tired of living in this city because of that. I live like 5-minute walk from Yankee Stadium, so I'm gonna hear it all weekend. Like don't get me wrong, it's fun, but as like a Braves fan, just to be like, okay, you guys are both gonna choke while we're already a disappointment.
This game's kick off on Friday?
Friday night, Saturday day game, Sunday night baseball.
So I'm thinking about the Knicks schedule as well.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Because
So
let me check. Let me check.
The Knicks lose tonight, it's 2-2. Friday they won't play tomorrow. Do they have an extra day for travel?
So they'll play Wednesday night. They'll play Friday night. And they'll play Friday TBD. Doesn't say what time yet, but obviously if they have to go to a Friday, they'll play at like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And then they gave them the weekend off and they play Monday.
So
do you know how chaotic the city would be if the Yankees lose and the Knicks lose in the same night?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know where their head's gonna be at, because if the Knicks are riding high, they win tonight, and then they'll play on Wednesday, and they'll be up in Boston next. So they'll be out of for the next 2 games. Well, no, what they'll be 2-2, then 1-1.
It'll be 2-2, yeah, and then it'll be 1-1. So they could win it at home on Friday.
In New York. Yeah, Friday would be back in New York.
Will it be Friday?
If it's game 6, yeah.
I thought there'd be more time off because the NBA likes to.
No,
if it's a game 7, he said they'll have the weekend off, so they won't play Saturday or Sunday and play on Monday.
Yeah, game 7's when they give them the extra day.
Oh, yeah.
So that way teams can't claim like, oh, this team had altitude advantage or travel advantage or whatever.
So
if we get a game 7, are we going to have to do a Dawn and Lydia live stream?
No. I'm not going to get banned from the For Frequency's Sake network. We'll hit a record number of F-bombs dropped.
That is true too.
I don't mean that in a bad way either. It's just passion. It's passion, right?
I think
I
think the Mets take it this weekend. I think they take it. They've played good. They played good at Yankee Stadium last year. Lindor loves playing at Yankee Stadium. Alonso does. Let's not forget who's pitching most likely in the 8th inning for the Yankees.
Right.
So he's gonna have PTSD. And it's gonna involve Pete Alonso sending one into the short porch again. I told my buddy, I was like, this is the dumbest move they could have made. Obviously, Nestor's not much better, but I was like, Devin Williams is not who y'all think he is. Y'all just don't know about him because he's in a mid-market, and he sucks this year. The Mets the Yankees have the star power, but the Mets have this insanely good system working where they take really bad pitchers and make like a tiny tweak and turn them into studs. Like they have the lowest ERA in baseball. Griffin Canning, who has a career ERA over 5, is pitching at 2.65 right now, I think. Still, I watched him for 3 years with the Angels. I've never seen him pitch like this before. I think they take it. I think they split the day game and the night game because the Mets don't play well in day games. They haven't hit well outside of that Nationals game where they scored like 20 runs. And I think it comes down to Sunday Night Baseball, and you're gonna have, you're gonna probably have Will Warren, I was gonna say that's where Carrasco was supposed to be, but Carrasco got DFA'd, so it's probably gonna be like Will Warren, or versus either Canning or possibly Clay Holmes. So I
don't know, man. That stadium might be rocking on Sunday.
It's always rocking. It doesn't faze them. Do you know how many death threats Mets fans here at Citi Field? Do you know how many times I've watched fans get banned for life because a relief pitcher gave up a home run? Yeah, Fried will for sure pitch Saturday because he pitches right after Rodon. Wait, no, I'm lying. It'll be Schmidt.
I think Fried pitches tomorrow.
So if he pitches tomorrow, then he'll pitch Sunday.
Yeah.
So we'll have Fried on the mound. So I think I would still – let's remember the last time he pitched against the Mets, He almost threw a no-hitter, which was today's date last year because I was at that game. And I was on TV because they hit the home run to break the no-hitter into my section, and they caught me. I was the only Atlanta fan in my section, and they caught me on camera. I was so pissed. Yeah, I mean, no way either of these teams sweep, right? It's got to be a 2-1, right?
I don't think anybody's.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's a sweep.
So let's move on to.
We'll get Rondon. That's the game the Mets will win, and then Yankees will win the next two.
So let's go into our teams that are facing off this week. We got, after the Braves went on a walk-off today, tomorrow we have Soroka versus Schwellenbach. We got Mitchell Parker versus Bryce Elder, and Smith Shawver versus Trevor Williams to finish off the week before they face each other again next Monday. Where do you guys see your Nats going in this series? I mean, do you take one? Do you take two? Do you think there's a sweep coming? Like, where are you guys kind of forecasting your team right now?
Well, Soroka's going to lose this game tomorrow against Schwellenbach. I think the Nationals get one.
I don't hate it. I think Elder is due for a bad game. I really just feel like he's pitching way above where he should be.
But I'm kind of curious what you think about maybe if it's a Nationals run line plus 1.5
for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's got to be 1.5, right? It's going to be plus 1.5.
So here's my thing. I think we're at that point in the season with Schwellenbach where he pitched so well to start the year that casuals who don't like actually, sit here and watch all the teams and like read the stats, like think like, oh yeah, they put him in the Cy Young race already this season. He's definitely gonna, like, he hasn't like been like back to average over his last couple games. It's hard for me because I always love Soroka, and this will be his first game back in Atlanta. So you have a guy who gives up a lot of contact against a power hitting team. It's going to be an emotional return for him because it's the first time he returned since he tore both Achilles. You saw it in their game when he got to the fifth inning. He has trouble getting through the third time in the order. So what are you going to do if you have to pull him in the fourth or fifth inning and you got to put that bullpen in against the Braves again? That's where I'm at.
We're cooked. We're cooked if he goes like that.
I mean, if our bullpen's not much better right now. Iglesias has blown 2 of his last 3 save opportunities.
I mean, I think the Nats steal one, but it'll be either Parker or Williams have a good game.
I have a feeling it's going to be the Thursday matinee. It's just how I'm seeing it. Like they'll get to the last game. It's a 12-15 start. Shawver's had 2 good starts. Trevor Williams has had a rough couple of games, and they kind of sneak one away there to make sure they don't get swept on the road. But I'm also curious too for you guys. Where do you go with this Nats bullpen? Like, I'm curious, like, we're like, obviously this season you're not going to be going and making big splashes because you're not going to be in that playoff race. Where do you go this offseason? Where do they put Jackson Rutledge in, who is one of their starting pitching prospects. They've moved him to a relief pitching role to get him innings. Like, where do you go? Do you try to convert some people? Do you trust the guys you have to get better, or do you like actually go out and pick people up?
In my opinion, they need to pick somebody up next year, at least 1 or 2 guys. Maybe try to convert some of the younger arms, just to, like you said, what they're doing with Rutledge this year. Maybe do that again next year with another guy. but your window, because the Learners don't like to pay unless they can figure out a way to defer it for 50 years. They're like,
Just need to sell the damn team, man.
you're in a window right now where Abrams, Woods, Cruz, these guys, and then the pitchers with Gore and Mitchell Parker to an extent where you're at this low cost window right now, but soon all these guys are going to get paid. So you got to find some bullpen help and try to get you some playoff runs here quickly. Otherwise, if you want another championship, you're going to have to start paying these guys.
Yeah, not to mention you're going to have Brady House and Lipscomb coming up in the next couple, like if not this season, by next season.
Right.
I mean, obviously, I think the Josh Bell signing is just for trade opportunity. Yeah, that just seems to be what Josh Bell does. He signs with a bad team, looks really good, then gets traded to a playoff contender.
Yeah, that's what him and Lowe were for sure. It was just.
I think they keep Lowe. Well, I think they at least keep him for one more year and like trade him next year. But yeah, you're right. You have everything right now, but a bullpen.
Right.
And I think even if they get young arms, that are still like a year or two away, if you have a whole team that's a year or two away, it's easier than saying, okay, everyone's ready is a year away except for this, that we have no idea what's going on.
Well, they released Lucas Sims. That was the guy they brought to the bullpen to kind of be an older guy in the bullpen. So they release him, then they call up what's his name? Zach Rzeki? Am I saying his last name right?
Oh, iChart. That's what we call him.
Yeah. Called him up to fill that spot. I mean, I just, like Kev said, man, I don't see them investing in it, man. I don't know. I just feel like they just let it go.
Yeah. My favorite stat with the Nationals this year, Jorge Lopez has the most wins among relief pitchers in baseball. He is 5-0 this season with a 7.5 ERA.
Yeah.
A 1.3 whip and a 7.5 ERA in 17 innings in his 5-0.
Yeah. I mean, Finnegan's top 5 in saves. It's that middle relief that's just so bad. And like I said, because the learners don't want to pay, you only have a 2 to 3 year window right now where it has to get better, or this team's going to get all of a sudden, Gore's going to be on the Yankees, Woods are going to be on the Mets, they're going to be gone.
Yeah, I think Gore has like one more year before. They only have 2 players on their roster next year that aren't going to be under arbitration, and that's Kabert and Trevor Williams. Gore's under arbitration. Gray's under arbitration. Even fucking Mason Thompson is going to be under arbitration. Outside of that, every other man on their 40-man roster is going to be a free agent, is available for free agency. So
yeah, I don't know.
You're going to have to pay some. You're going to have to pay him.
That window's already closed, man.
Yeah, if you don't pay Mackenzie Gore this year, you're going to have to bank on him having a really bad season.
Yeah.
Don, thoughts on the Nats?
Should be better.
Great point.
He's not wrong.
Love it. And then tomorrow on the next episode of Who Will Beat the Marlins, Ben Brown versus Valente Belozo. Everything in me is telling me to take Cubs team total, but the wind's going to be blowing like 15 miles an hour in from the outfield. But Valente Belozo is the worst statistical pitcher in baseball over the last 2 seasons. Like this is where how everyone treats Patrick Corbin is how they should be treating this guy. So last season, if you converted him to a hitter, he would have had the third most barrels and the third highest exit velocity in baseball. His slugging percentage would be higher than Aaron Judge's last year. He's horrific. So anytime you can get him, the problem is the line's already minus 250.
Yeah.
So is there? And then we have. Let's see, who's the game 3 pitchers? We're gonna have Ryan Weathers and Jamison Tyone. Is this a Cubs sweep incoming?
I feel like there's a good chance. More often than not, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be for sure. Baseball can be wonky sometimes, but
That it can.
Yeah. Steve, anything on this game tomorrow?
Cubs minus 1.5.
I like it. You can do what I did today. Cubs Braves money line plus 130 right now. And then the next game, an even more exciting game, we got the Rockies. Who are they still winning today? I didn't see.
no, they're losing 2-1.
Only 2-1. I think that's a win for them.
Considering they didn't give up a run till the 6th inning, and it was off a relief pitcher. So there we go. I mean, that's a win for the Rockies. They gave up less than 20 runs. That's all we needed to see. We got Kyle Freeland and Jack Leiter tomorrow. Are we taking the minus 1.5 here? It's like sitting around plus money right now.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do it. Leiter hasn't been great so far this year.
Yeah, I think that's the big reason why I would against it.
So yeah, bringing up a point with him. Even though this Rockies team is horrifically bad at walking, Leiter gave up a lot of walks last week. The line's going to be probably around 1.5 or 2.5. I mean, would you trust him giving up at least two to 3 walks tomorrow?
Yeah.
Steve?
I'm looking at stats right now. I'm just not interested in this game. I'm trying to find an edge, but I'm just not.
I mean, the edge is Corey Seager over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's hitting 609 against Freeland.
That's what I was about to say.
I wasn't going to talk about that, all right? It was going to be.
Leave the competition, Kev.
Well, use Kevin Pillar instead. He's in 412.
There goes Steve's other choice. He's scratching that out now too.
But no, it's Texas only has 1 run, or they're 2-1 right now.
2-1 Texas right now.
2-1, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything else really to look at for this game.
Is Mr. Berger even going to be in the lineup?
No, he's in AAA right now still, isn't he?
I hope for Kevin's sake he's not. Nope. He's 1 for 3 today. With a single. He would have been a good single bet to take today, Steve.
Did your guy get a single or no?
Trey Turner did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Shout out Steve. Fast breaks.
Yeah, I'm right 60% of the time, every time, man.
So let's move on to the next game because this one actually will be interesting. It's right now Astros favored tomorrow Astros Royals, Valdez versus Bubic, two lefties on the mound. Royals over the last 2 weeks are hitting almost 300 against lefties, and Houston is barely scratching over the Mendoza line right now. Royals are about to win today's game. Don, you're the Royals guru here. Are they sweeping the series? Are they taking this 2-1 win? What are we looking at for the Crowns?
I mean, they have to get back after losing 2 straight to the Sox. I think they look good tonight, and I think this matchup with the Astros is pretty good. I actually like the first 5 under here. I think both Bubic and Framber will have good starts. I'm assuming the line's at 7.5. I'm assuming you can get it at 3.5. So that's not something I would lean towards. Full game, just because the Astros bullpen just I wouldn't trust it with a 10-foot pole. So that's just where my head's at.
I like, just as a first thought, I want to see where Framber's pitching outs line opens at, because they had to use their bullpen since the 3rd inning today. Let's see who they have it right now. They're in the 7th, and they're on their 4th different pitcher. They already don't have a deep bullpen, and it's pretty weak as is. So I think they're gonna, unless Framber gets absolutely torched, I think they're gonna try to keep him in as long as possible. I might take the Kansas City run line at -165 right now too.
Who was favored?
Astros are favored tomorrow.
They both won a lot 2 nights ago too, didn't they? Because McClure's gave up 12 runs in 2 innings.
So I might go ahead and take Kansas City money line. It's +125 right now on ESPN. Let me double check that, because I wonder if they just put someone into. Yeah, they used 5. They used 5 relief pitchers over 8 2/3 inning.
Don, the first 5 total is 4.5.
Love it even more.
Yeah, I might go ahead and put a little money on. I'm definitely putting money on that first 5. But I might go ahead and put a little bit of money on Kansas City money line, especially at 125. Ballpark Pal has them closer to pick them, so get some value there. And then we got 4 more games here tonight. Or for tomorrow, we got Yankees and Seattle. Max Fried and Brian Wu. I don't know what the weather's looking like as of now, but a lot of money is on this game to be under, or actually over at 7.5. But a lot of projections are putting them under.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, you got to take Max Fried anyway, right? They're undefeated with him on the mound. They're only in the 2nd inning right now. Seattle's up 1, but Yankees got runners on base right now because Hancock walked 2 batters on. Total sitting, I'm seeing 7. It might move down to 6.5 with Brian Wu on the mound. But I mean, Yankees -134 is kind of I got to take it right now, you know? Looking at
so you're looking at that under?
I don't know, because when I see 6.5 or 7, I instantly think Ace is on the mound, 1-0 finish, but 90% of the money is on the over already, and their game tonight.
It's at 7 even now.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like they're wanting you to bet the over. You know what I mean? 90% of the money's on it at 7.5, and they drop it to 7. So
Right.
I don't mind it. But going into Wednesday, we're gonna have Will Warren versus Luis Castillo. So forgetting what happens in today's game, Kev, who do you got winning the series? Can the Yankees take another road series here?
I mean, I think that they should. If, like you said, Freed's probably the AL Cy Young right now.
Yeah.
His ERA is at like just over 1. Yeah, I think Warren's better than Castillo.
Really?
Yeah,
You think so?
I do. I don't trust Castillo.
I mean, I don't either, but I wouldn't put him above Luis Castillo right now. Maybe next year I could talk myself into it, but I don't know about now.
I think he's just been reliable for me on K props is why.
The personal bias.
Yeah.
It looks like Tatum just went down.
Yeah, he did.
Somebody was texting me. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
He fucking 100% blew out his Achilles. I'm gonna fucking throw up.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I saw him limping off.
I just want to point out Steve has the game on behind. So the Steve curse has hit round 4.
No, it's this fucking show, bro. I can't come on and
know.
watch the Celtics play with fucking Danny smug fucking face there.
See?
What?
No, Danny, don't put this on me, bro. All right.
All right, so we got 3 more games here. We got Angels Padres are kicking off with Kikuchi on the mound.
That's how I felt about the Caps.
What game are we on?
Angels Padres. Today is Kikuchi versus Michael King. Tomorrow we're gonna have Cease versus Soriano.
Yeah, give me the Padres.
You taking a sweep 2-1? What are we looking at?
Oh, I'm going to sweep.
I like a sweep too. I think Cease maybe finally puts a full game together. He's been giving up some runs this year, so he's got a decent matchup against the Angels. He should be able to bring that ERA down a little bit.
I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to say the Angels pull one out at the end. Just because Randy Vasquez is on the mound. He just pitched I don't think he did a complete game, but he pitched a good game against Colorado. Feeling good, coming back. The Angels have kind of, I mean, think about over the last, I would say 3-4 weeks now. Every time it's series where the Angels just look like they should get absolutely smashed, they usually tend to win one. It tends to be the travel day game. Hendricks has been well, and I like Hendricks better than Vasquez. So I wouldn't put them past sneaking one in, but I'm kind of on the fence there. But no way San Diego loses this series. The only thing I would worry about is all of these guys have hit Cease well in the past. But Tatis is 3 for 3 against Soriano with 2 doubles, so something else to look at. 2 more games here. One of them's more interesting than the other. Diamondbacks Giants. We have Verlander and Kelly today. Ace matchup right there. We got Brandon Pfaadt versus Robbie Ray tomorrow.
There's the ace matchup.
There we go. And then to top it all off on Wednesday, we're going to have Eduardo Rodriguez versus Jordan Hicks. Not Corbin Burns versus Logan Webb. Not Zach Gallen. We're going to have the guys they had to pay because they didn't have anyone else. We're going to have a lefty versus a righty and then a lefty versus a righty tomorrow or on the next 2 days. Diamondbacks have been back and forth, and the Giants just got swept. So who has more of a reason to show out this week?
I mean, I think the Giants do. You're at home. Got to try to get back on track. Ray hasn't faced a bunch of these guys in this lineup, and the ones he has doesn't have a great pitching line against them. So we'll see how he does. But yeah, I think the Giants need to figure out a way to win the series, get a little bit back on track since they're at home.
Yeah, we'll say last road series they lost 2 to Philly. Giants have only lost 5 games at home this year. Granted, 4 of them were against Colorado. Their last 4, and they weirdly played nope, never mind. I think I want to say Arizona. Honestly, you split with LA, which is big. You lost to the Mets in the series. You lost to the Phillies. You went 3-4 at home, and now you got to travel on the road for a divisional game against a team that your offense is clearly better than. I think they got to come out strong this week. Especially, who do they play this weekend? Yeah, especially after this, you got the Rockies for a weekend, and then you got to play the Dodgers again. So go all out this week. You can, take your foot off the brake for the weekend and then get right back into it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
Yeah, San Francisco's only 3 games back. Definitely need the wins. I'll go 2-1 for the series for San Francisco.
Now, you think even with I was going to say San Francisco, their bullpen's definitely rated a bit better. I mean, is that something to watch out for? Or
Diamondbacks bullpen's awful. So
I think it's actually ranked worse than the Nats. Yeah.
Borderline sweep, but let's go 2-1 for now.
A sweep would be interesting, but yeah, I'm going 2-1 Diamondbacks. I don't know what the score is tonight, but I don't see how they lose to Verlander, to be honest with you. Don, anything on this series?
I got nothing.
It's 0-0 bottom of the second right now.
Yeah, so we're still early in it.
Diamondbacks have 2 hits. San Francisco one's got 1.
And then the last series to kick off is going to be Dodgers Athletics. Landon Knack versus Jeffrey Springs tomorrow. Their pitching has just been all over the place. We don't know who's starting half the time for the Dodgers. We're going to see Yamamoto on Wednesday. And on the Thursday night game, we're going to see Roki. We have no list. I believe I'll have to double check, but I believe we have no listed A's pitchers outside of Jeffrey Springs. Which I feel like someone said the other day the Athletics are what the Pirates were last year, where they started off super hot and then everyone either started getting hurt or they just stopped playing people. And they slowly fell back to average. But we're gonna have Gunnar Hoglund, a rookie in his 3rd career start. It's going to be going against the Dodgers, and Osvaldo Vito versus Roki on Thursday night. Did the Dodgers sweep at home here?
It's certainly looking like that based off the pitching matchups.
The Dodgers just don't lose at home, man. Only had 3 losses this season at home.
gonna say five consecutive wins. But I will say this: since their Cubs series, their only home games have been the Rockies, the Pirates, and the Marlins.
Yeah,
So
like
it's
the Cubs.
yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But they did start the season. They swept Detroit at home. They swept Atlanta. They won 7 straight at home before losing by a total of 20-2 over the last 2 games versus the Cubs. Versus an Athletics team that against teams above 500 right now on the road, they've won 7 and they've only lost 4.
It won't be a sweep. They might still win, maybe, if LA starts raining and an earthquake hits.
I mean, it's got to be tomorrow's, right? I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say they got to get to Knack, because if they can't get to him, I think they would have to wait till the end of the weekend to get to Roki. And if they win 2 straight, Roki's gonna be more confident to play well.
That was the one who was crying, right?
Yeah, the one who they said he doesn't do well in big markets, but he went to a big market anyway.
He went to
One of the most heavily criticized sports markets outside of New
Right.
York and Boston. I remember someone on Twitter said, "You could have went to Atlanta. We wouldn't have been mad at you. You'd be our first Japanese player since Kurt Suzuki." So that's it for the games this weekend. I mean, any other hot takes you guys got after going through everything?
Kyle Tucker home run tomorrow.
I'm here for it. Let's get it. My bold home run prediction this week is Wednesday will be Marcell Ozuna homer. It's his bobblehead night. And who is it? It's Parker? Yeah. So I feel like he's gonna miss a curveball right down the middle. And it's gonna kill him.
Or it's just gonna be one of the bums we put out from the bullpen,
Saya has 2 at bats versus Valente, and both of them were home runs.
Mm-hmm. I remember it last year too because I was watching that game. Because when I was working night shifts, I just put on whatever the 6:40 game was to go to sleep to, and they were saying Belozo, he's had a rough start, but he's finally getting the hang of it. He threw an 80-mile-an-hour changeup right down the middle, and bro, it went out of the park in 4 seconds. He smoked it. So without further ado, let's get to the best part of the night, the games. And we got our batter up here to start. Let me change the camera.
Ooh. Good swing.
Trey Turner.
Trey Turner bats right-handed.
Not tonight.
This is clearly Anthony Rendon. That one at bat he hit lefty when they were up 20 runs, and then he got hurt the next day and never played again.
Kind of looks like Tom Selleck.
Is that Billy Hayward's music?
All right, guys. First guess. Who wants it?
I mean, if Steve still wants to go Trey Turner,
Nah, fuck Steve right now with that shit. Give me Yoshida from the Red Sox.
Left fielder, not in the American League.
Does Marsh play left field or does he play center?
Who?
Marsh.
Yeah, he's center.
Okay.
I'm gonna try Kelnick. All right, NL East.
Or no,
Schwarber's been DHing. That's the only other left fielder I could think of.
wasn't it NL West or NL Central?
Oh yeah, NL Central or NL West.
An American.
Is that Corbin Carroll? Did he play? Or no, he's always been right field, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's Carroll. It's not Michael Harris, is it? No, he's center field, right?
No, he's in NL East too. Gurriel's right-handed, right?
Yeah.
Ian Happ.
All right, so NL West.
Yastrzemski. Fuck.
So not the Giants. So
Maybe
it's got to
was
be a Dodger, a Rocky, a Padre.
Michael Conforto.
I was thinking that. Let's see. I think you might be. Nope. All right, so it's a Padre, a Rocky. Their numbers in the 20s. Padre, Rocky, or Dodger.
Not Jordan Beck. I have no idea.
Is it Jason
Jordan
Hayward?
Yeah, maybe.
Boom, there we go. Last guess. Do a random batter. One more random batter. Another lefty.
Little jump. Corbin Carroll.
I was thinking the same thing. National League outfielder.
American.
That could be Harris. Brave. So it's a left fielder. So it's got to be Kelnick or Verdugo.
I promise you, if that's Alex Verdugo, I'll let you punch me in the face. There's no shot that's Verdugo.
Yeah, that's Kelnick. All right, trying the pitcher out here.
Weird leg kick at the end.
If this was like all time, I would say that's fucking former number 1 overall pick Luke Hawkeiber, or however you say his last name.
Who
was it?
Right.
You cut out on my end, Don. Who'd you say?
Well, I said if it was fucking if this was like all time, I would say former number 1 overall pick Luke Hawkeiber. But give me a second. I'm getting Walker Buehler vibes, and I don't know why.
Red Sox.
Hold on, let me cook.
That's not the guy who blew it on the mound today, is it?
No,
Might be the other one. Might be Giolito.
No, because he didn't pitch last year, so they don't have a.
Bello then?
No, Bayo's not fucking anywhere in his 30s.
So
Or could be 28. Is he 28?
it is the age tile indicates a match within 2 years, so 28 to 32. So it'd have to be Hawk then, wouldn't it?
No, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Are they counting Garrett Whitlock?
They did, but it wasn't him.
So then it's definitely Tanner Houck.
Yep, there we go.
Way to rub it in. Just a bad night.
Yeah. Who is this one?
Gotta be a reliever, right? With that foot tap.
Yeah, because the starter's not doing that, especially if there's runners on bases. If it was lefty, I would say Hader. I'm looking at the hair because it's long hair.
Yeah.
It's not Chafin, is it?
No, Chavin's a lefty.
Spacing on who has long hair.
Yeah.
No idea. Steve, throw out a guess.
Yeah, you've been quiet, Steve.
Does you think it was? Does Kyle Freeland have a mullet?
I mean, we could try it to see what division we get.
Yeah,
Is
let's
Kyle
do it.
Freeland a lefty?
He
He
is.
is.
What kind of fucking shit are you asking, Steve? I'm sorry, Steve. I'm angry.
I know you're angry. That's why. That's
don't
why I
wanna
didn't say nothing. That's why I didn't
I
say
don't
that. I know you're mad.
I'm not
listen,
trying to take it
man.
on you. I'm just mad.
I know, man. I know, man.
I'm happy for you. You know, you got Cooper Flag tonight.
We did.
Well, let's not jump too far. You know, it is Nico Harrison.
Hey, dickhead! I already made the joke. It's fine.
You seen the
All right.
conspiracy theorists are
All
all
right.
out on that?
You ready for this guess? This is an all-time guess. You ready?
Give it.
You ready? You ready?
Okay.
Garrett Cole.
No.
It's a relief pitcher in the National League.
Between the ages of 32 and 36.
Yep.
And what in the NL then?
Yeah.
That would be the National League, yes, Steve.
Listen, nah, bro. Nope. His boy. No. I get it. No, man. No.
I'm sorry, that was just so quick.
I'm giving. Don gets the free pass right now, bro. I get it, man. He's hot right now, bro. I get it. I'll be your punching bag, brother.
I don't need
Just
you to be my punching bag. I just need Lydia to know that she needs to keep one eye open.
She said you can't get me into her. It's her birthday.
I don't give a
Dude,
fuck.
Tyler Rogers. I don't think it's him, but
National League relief pitcher.
all right, so East or Central.
There's a name stuck in my head. I would be shocked if it's him, but it's no. So NL East. Met, Nat, Philly. Strom's a lefty, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my next guess. No one on the Braves, unless there's no way they count Grant Holmes. Plus, that's not his leg stride.
You can check.
No, I don't even have him on here.
Why are we not good at relief pitchers, by the way?
I feel like that should be our niche. Because you can't gamble on them, that's why.
That is true.
I mean, I don't think it's anybody from the Nationals.
Honestly, I want you to try Orion Kirking.
That's actually a really good guess. Nope. So it's a Met, a Brave, or a Nat.
Do Reed Garrett.
Nah, I know who it is.
Who you
Oh.
got?
What number?
Kyle Finnegan.
Ooh.
Boom.
That can't be a national.
I wasn't even looking at fucking closers. I don't know why. I was thinking middle reliever.
Yeah, I think it's. I think they just do like closers and they just put relief pitchers because if you can start naming random middle relief pitchers, then you definitely have autism.
Okay. Just fucking at me next time, dickhead.
All right, Steve, you want to start us off?
Oh, can we not do nationals just because of that fucking piece of shit name?
Which one?
Urbina.
With Urbina.
Piece of shit.
Steve, do you want to pick a new team?
Miami.
I'm in Miami, bitch.
Don, no issues with anyone on this list.
I'm not a fan of Juan Carlos Oviedo, but I'll let it slide.
Luis Castillo in the 2000s with Marcelo Ozuna.
From the Braves.
Hanley Martinez in that decade, 2000s decade, top 5 singles with, take out Garcia. Alex Gonzalez and Hechavarria. I need help with Justin Bohr. I can't.
Well, he was a tall white that played first base. 95% sure that he debuted with the Miami Marlins.
Okay. Just hit a swing. We'll see what happens right now. No idea who to switch with.
Well, I can tell you Echeverria was not a closer.
Right, so he was already in the right spot. No, he wasn't. I have no idea. Pick the team I don't know shit about.
All right, so hold on. So Rob Nen's definitely right. Now, let me be the first to tell you that Adini Hechavarria is not a fucking pitcher. So get him out of there.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, you're the second person to tell him.
Oh, I didn't hear him. I would probably switch him with Juan Carlos Oviedo. and then I would switch Miguel Cabrera with Adini Hechivara. And then have you changed anything up top or no?
He only had one right in this category and
Has he
one right
changed
in this
anything?
one. That was the only change he made in top triples. The only change he made in the save was Echeverria.
So I would do Jarlin Garcia with Luis Castillo. And then Luis Castillo with AJ Ramos. And then hit swing. Oh, you whore.
I think didn't Hanley debut with Miami?
Yeah, he did.
And
Oh, wait, hold on. Or is it Miami or is it Florida?
I think it's the same. Like when it would say debuted with Washington, like when it says Washington, but they were talking about Expos players.
So maybe Justin Board didn't do that?
Try it. No, those two were right. Is it Ozuna? Did he go St. Louis to Miami?
No.
Or is it the other way around?
No, he started with the Marlins.
That's got to be Cabrera.
Brea and go low.
I don't like this at all.
So then it's. Did we try? Yeah, we tried Hanley. So then it's Garcia. Garcia and Lowell.
There we go. All right. Kev, do you want to pick one?
Yeah, sorry, I banned the Nationals.
That's
For
fine.
tonight.
Give me the Padres. I'll try the Padres. Ooh, Ryan Klesko. Phil Nevin saves with Venable. That should be the saves category.
Yeah.
I'm torn on where to put Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn's definitely singles.
Yeah.
He also debuted with them too, didn't he? I mean, how many years did he play in the 2000s?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, maybe put him in debut.
Switch to Klesko, Lucchesi, or Loretta?
Do Lucchesi, because I feel like Klesko debuted with the Padres too. Triples.
Well, my thing is, I look at guys like Jed Jarocco, who definitely should not be in the top 5 singles. I would switch him and Klesko.
Okay.
You want to swing?
No, stop. Heath Bell isn't fucking triples. He was a relief pitcher. Switch him and Phil. And then fill in Will. And again, dude, Joey Lucchesi is a pitcher. Why do we have him in triples? What are we doing?
So how many pitchers they have? I thought Phil Nevin was a pitcher too.
No, he was a first baseman. Switch him in Tony Gwynn. Let's run that. Switch Forsythe and Mark Loretta.
There we go. All right, Don, can you get him in one?
Ugh, some of these names on this list. All right, so let's switch Koji and Buck. Let's switch Damon and Kimbrel. I'm sorry, yeah, Damon and Kimbrel. Jonathan Papelbon and Tris Speaker. And then Tris Speaker sounds like a guy who hit triples, so switch him and Trot. All right, so Christian Vasquez with Trot Nixon. Brandon Workman with Harry Hooper. Workman.
Yeah, so you got guys with 1891 debut.
Yeah, I would say swing.
Oh,
Tris Speaker, known triple hitter.
known triples guy. Rabbit in Marinville. I've never heard that fucking name in my life.
That sounds like a triple guy if I've ever heard it.
That sounds like a triple guy. Yeah, you don't get the name Rabbit out of nowhere. These guys are all old players.
But you had Craig Kimbrell too.
Yeah. Kimbrell, Smoltz. Chipper's got to be 2000s. We go Rafi. We go Dan Winkler.
Dan Winkler, definitely a debut guy. I would switch him in Wohlers, and then switch Morel and Wohlers.
Yeah. Yeah, they threw Smoltz in there to throw people off because I think a lot of people forget that he's a closer.
You think Mike Trout's on the Angels list at any point?
You want to see?
Yeah. Oh, there he is, Steven.
Steve, let's go with your Angels here.
Let's not. Let's just go to the Braves and call it a day.
So I got we'll do Immaculate Grid, and then I got one I found. I want to see if you guys want to try it, and then we'll call it because I know Steve needs some sleep.
Fuck Steve, ain't need no goddamn sleep.
Don, Cubs and Yanks. Where are we going with?
Mark Bellhorn.
And he's in the Red Sox hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yanks and Rookie of the Year.
See, this might be like the hardest fucking one yet because there's so many Rookie of the Years and like Jeter's obviously the most recent besides Judge.
Well, I wonder if it's just they've had to have played for them. It doesn't have to be like one Rookie of the Year on the Yankees.
See, I wasn't thinking that. Let's go with right before Cal Ripken, the Yankees had a starter pitcher. I think his name was Dave Righetti. Oh, we lost Gotham's face. And then, yep, that handsome guy.
Yanks and 20-win season.
Oh, God, I can go so many different routes here. I can go fucking Catfish Hunter. I can go Rod Greedry. I can go Roger Clemens, David Cohn, Big Moose, Mike Musina, CC Sabathia, Andy Pettit. Why don't we go after the guy who has his surgery named after himself, and let's go with Tommy John.
0.9. Cubs and Cards.
I want to think mid-2000s for this one. Let's go Mark DeRosa.
There you go. Cards and Rookie of the Year.
Oh, I mean, Pujols did it. That's going to be the most obvious one. Actually, they haven't had one since Pujols, now that I think about it. which is kind of wild to think about. But they had a guy with probably one of the funniest names I've ever heard of. And the only reason I remember it was because it went Willie Mays, 2 Brooklyn Dodgers, and then this guy who played for the Cardinals. The name, Steve, ready for this name? Wally Moon.
Look at that unibrow.
My grandfather used to love talking about Wally Moon.
It's a strong unibrow.
All my homies love unibrows. All right. Cardinals 20-game winners. I mean, Bob Gibson, Matt Morrison in 2001. Cy Young did it for them. Wainwright did. Steve Carlton did. Chris Carpenter did. Let's go rest in paradise to Darryl Kyle. I was watching a clip about him on TikTok the other day. Nope. Darryl. And then Kyle. Kile. Yep.
1%.
All right. Twins, Cubs. A couple guys I can go with there. But I think the funny answer has to be Pat Mahomes. Nope, it's just Pat Mahomes. All right, now the Twins Rookie of the Years are difficult because you got Chuck Knobloch, which not a lot of people would think about, but I guarantee you he's high. Marty Cordova is a big one too, but he'll be up there. I'm gonna say second baseman John Castino.
7%.
Might be the highest ever, honestly. And then Twins 20-game winners. Johan did it. Walter Johnson did it like 1,000 times. Jim Cat would be a good one, but everybody's going to use him because he's in MLB The Show. Bert Blyven would be good. We're going to go in 1997 20-game winner Brad Radke.
You got 20. I think it's your highest one.
Rookie of the Year.
I got one more. I think you'll like, John. I don't know about Steve. He might get mad at this one. Link the players between a teammate. And if you can't get it in one, you can get it in multiple. You can get it up in 7 tries. Is the max.
Freddie Freeman and Brandon Nimmo.
I think I got it.
So you got to think of like
if it counts this year's players, I got it.
I mean,
no, it's not counting this year. Apparently.
Wait.
Oh, it is.
You try it.
Apparently that was wrong, even though he's playing with both of them right now.
See, I have a name, but I know he's not a Met, so I'm not going to bring him up. Like, Jesse Chavez would be a good one here, but I know he's never played with Brandon Nimmo. So, Brandon Nimmo has always been a New York man.
Was Freddie on the team and JD Martinez was on the Dodgers?
No. Oh, dude, Michael Conforto. How's that not right?
Yeah, I don't even understand how this one works. This might not be what we'll play.
Oh, so I think you have to guess. So you guess up to 5 people, and then it'll tell you how many you got right, I guess.
Okay. Then you want to do Jesse Chavez?
No, because he never played for the Mets. Why can't I think of guys that played for the Mets? That also played for the Braves at one point in time.
I'm trying to think back to like early 2010s.
Oh, Travis Darno. That's a good one.
Oh, what the fuck? I was like, I need to clean my keyboard.
Apostrophe. Nope, not Travis Dawkins.
No, I know. My fucking keyboard's like frozen up. One of the apostrophe button just got locked. All right, so that's a sign. That's it.
All right, so we'll skip them. Ender Incarte.
Incarte.
Yep. Let's go with.
Probably that one was right.
The other ones
were not right. Yeah, possible answers: JD Martinez, Julio Teheran, Guillermo Heredia, Lucas Duda.
How the fuck was
Darno was right.
He plays with Michael Conforto now?
I don't know, man. I thought yeah, Syndergaard's on here.
Oh, man, Steve, I can't believe you didn't get Cameron Maben.
Try one more. Mookie to Nolan. It's got to be Edman, right?
Who?
No, Tommy Edman.
Did Tommy Edman play with the Cardinals? With no.
He was on the Cardinals last year, wasn't he?
Try it. If that works for Michael Conforto, it doesn't. I'm gonna be mad. Just so you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's stupid. Probably should have got Albert Pujols, dude. Jesus Christ.
Well, that'll be it for us here tonight on the Payoff Pitch. We are still TBD on the Sunday show or the Friday show with Don. Are you gonna be out of town for the wedding or not?
I will not be around Friday night.
Yeah, Steve's out. So we still have to figure out if we're gonna do a show. I think right now it's just me, Kev, and Cal. So TBD on that. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure you guys check us out on Twitter at Gotham Gambling, Fast Breaks, Heels 0809, and the Don Corleone Jones. Check out me, Steve, and Don's competition we are doing for the month. We're almost halfway through May, doing 4 plays each day, 1 versus 2 competition. Make sure you guys also subscribe to For Frequency's Sake. We have the WNBA show coming out. Our fantasy football gurus and DFS gurus are going to be starting up soon with training camps. And our wrestling show is going strong, as well as Joe's Burden by the Bears show, as he's going over everything Chicago Bears this season. With that being said,